There's so many things to talk about when you have an NCD experience. But looking back, probably 17 years ago, when I got the first call from a group of friends in Kissimmee, Florida, to consider the possibility of just coming down and being pastor of an NCD. Initially, I said no because I was very much involved in the church in Puerto Rico where I was pastoring, and I was so excited working there. We had so many plans. And I said, it's not possible. And the Lord is calling me for the adventure when things are going so great where I am. But then I said, listen, initially I said no, but then we pondered on the idea and the adventure of starting something new or taking over what had been started initially, because another pastor had started this NCD, and surprisingly he left, so the church was without a pastor for a year and a half, and they were just really craving for somebody to come and work for them and with them. So within a year and a half, all the puzzles came together that we considered as a family that it was the moment to leave and go down to Kissimmee. So there was a lot of excitement, and people at the Buen Casino congregation in Kissimmee, most of them I knew from back home, and so I said, this is going to be awesome. I know these people, they love me, things are going to be great. Well, as soon as I got to the airport, I knew things weren't as great as I thought, because I had two groups of people picking me up.
Oh my gosh.
And when I was in the car going to the church gathering, I got a phone call. Listen, where are you? We came to pick you up. And I said, well, somebody picked me up already. And I picked up on the tone of the voice that things weren't well. Initially, I thought, well, misunderstandings, things will be well. These are great people. And within 6 months of starting with them, I found myself purchasing a 2-wide mobile home structure, a youth structure, to put on the church lot because they wanted a place to meet. They were, at that point, meeting at the community centers and the Lions Club, and they wanted a sense of pertinence, so they said, we have a new pastor, let's go on the church lot. We had a 6-piece of acre that the presbytery had given us, and which was a blessing. So we said, well, okay. They didn't let me really take that first year to meet the people in the community and just take it easy. No way. They put me on that train, and it was not stopping. Within the first 12 months, a group of leaders were boycotting my ministry. And the situation got so difficult that I got a phone call from the executive presbyter, who was awesome at the time, supported me totally, and just asked me, how are you doing? And I said, well, I'm doing pretty well, working with some issues. He says, yes, I got a phone call and a letter. And he had received a letter requesting my resignation 12 months into my being there. So my ego got really challenged at that point, because no one wants to go into a new ministry with so much excitement and expectations from the presbytery and find yourself being kicked out by the people that called you and received you with open arms. So that really brought me to my knees, and I discovered very early on that when God calls us into ministries, whichever they are, He doesn't tell us everything, because we would never say yes to His challenges. I learned to have a lot of patience, and I never questioned if it was God's will to be there. But I wanted to know what the heck the Lord had in plans, so that I can just start working with whatever it was to make things okay. And I remember my husband saying, have you considered that maybe the Lord has brought you in to clean the house and start fresh here? You've got to let go of these people. And I didn't want to let go. I want everybody to be happy and love me, and a validation thing going on here. And my image in the presbytery and the people that I left back in the island, what they're going to say when they find out they were requesting my resignation. I said, listen, this is it. I sat down with these people, and we prayed together, and I almost just took hold of their feet and their hands for them not to leave. And then I remember my husband, who's been a blessing all my life in ministry. You have to be a very special man to be the spouse of a woman in the ministry. He said to me, honey, let them go. If they cannot be stepping stones, they become a stumbling block, let them go. So that's what I did. I said, listen, you want me to leave? I think God has other plans. I think you have to leave. And they made it quite difficult in their process of leaving, talking against me and the other leaders and whatever. But as soon as they left, behold, the church started really running in a way with excitement and oh, thank you, Pastor. We knew that something was going to happen. The Lord would clean the house as soon as you came in. Yeah. It really humbled me. It brought me down to my knees very often. And I was able to heal in my heart toward these people. And I said to the church, we cannot be talking about what happened. We have to talk about the future. So the spirit of the congregation changed. The focus of our mission changed. And within, I would say within a year after that, we outgrew the facilities. And then a storm came in 2004 and just broke down the facilities. And we had to go downtown Kissimmee and meet in the afternoons. And when we came back with a new building, a sanctuary. So God had wonderful plans in mind. And in the midst of all that, he really shattered my ego, brought me down to my knees, taught us that there are times that you have to let go, and God will bring whoever needs to be brought in to make things work. And I am grateful for that. God bless you all.